This 16th century woodcut documents a search for what early anatomists called the seat of the soul. In their private maps of the brain, these researchers identified a specific pathway they labeled the silver cord, a physical tether believed to link the eternal spirit to the human body. While medical terminology has evolved, the complex biological mechanisms described in these early maps align with the function of the vagus nerve. This cranial pathway is the primary conduit through which your brain regulates your internal state, functioning as a bridge between your mind and your body's survival systems. Esoteric research, such as that conducted by Robert Monroe, suggests that human emotional energy, specifically low vibrational fear and anxiety, can be harvested by external power structures. Monroe termed this energy loosh, describing a system designed to keep humanity in a state of perpetual emotional output. Modern life is structurally engineered to maximize this output. Constant digital notifications, mounting financial stress, and global economic crises keep the body locked in a state of shallow breathing and sympathetic fight-or-flight survival mode. We are going to implement the three-phase silver cord protocol. This is a methodical biological practice designed to override these stress responses and reclaim control over your internal energy. Chronic exhaustion is not a personal failure. It is a sign that this central pathway has been deactivated by the chronic stresses of the system. Re-engaging it is the first step toward exiting the survival loop. When you are trapped in a survival state, your vital energy moves downward into your base survival centers. This traps your consciousness in a cycle of reactivity, leaving no resources for higher perception or creative focus. Engaging the vagus nerve interrupts this involuntary state. As the commander of your parasympathetic nervous system, it possesses the biological authority to override your stress response and signal every cell in your body that you are safe. Phase 1 of the protocol focuses on a physical reset, clearing the central channel to allow your life force to flow upward once again. These ancient Sanskrit manuscript pages describe the sushumna, the central energy channel of the body. In Vedic tradition, this channel remains blocked as long as the body is under survival stress, preventing the ascent of vital energy. To begin the reset, sit with a straight spine or lie flat on your back, ensuring your torso is uncompressed. Place your right hand on your upper chest and your left hand on your lower abdomen, just above your waist. Breathe deeply. Focus on your left hand. Your goal is to keep your right hand perfectly still, while your left hand rises with every inhalation. This forces your diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle beneath your lungs, to flatten and move downward into your abdominal cavity. This anatomical illustration shows the diaphragm's central tendon and dense fibers. Acting as a functional barrier, moving it deliberately signals a transition to calm. Note the esophageal and aortic openings. As it moves, it physically massages the internal organs, instantly activating the parasympathetic response. This two-hand check is a diagnostic tool. When the chest stays still, you prove to your nervous system that you are no longer in a state of emergency. By mastering this diaphragmatic movement, you force your biology out of the Matrix's survival loop. Phase 2 uses vocal vibration to achieve frequency alignment, synchronizing the communication between your heart and your brain. Take a deep abdominal breath. As you exhale, create a low, resonant humming sound, mentally focusing on the frequency of the syllable Om. The sound creates a physical vibration that travels through your throat and chest, providing a secondary layer of stimulation to the vagus nerve. Research into human consciousness shows that rhythmic breathing and vocal resonance can shift the body into a state of coherence at approximately 7 Hz. This frequency is significant because it aligns with the Schumann resonance, the natural electromagnetic pulse of the Earth's atmosphere. Tuning your biological machine to this frequency opens your awareness, moving your brainwaves into states associated with higher perception and creativity. Humming is not a symbolic ritual, but a precise biological hack used to align your internal vibration with the planet's electromagnetic environment. In Phase 3, you will direct this refined energy to directly influence your physical reality. Shift your internal focus to the space between your eyebrows, the site of the pineal gland and the ajna chakra. Visualize a brilliant silver light rising from the base of your spine, traveling up the central channel and filling your mind with a bright glow. As you exhale, guide this coherent light down from your mind and lock it into your heart center. The heart generates an electromagnetic field thousands of times stronger than the brain, acting as the body's primary broadcaster of intention. This creates a heart torus, a rotating magnetic field that projects your internal state into your environment. By holding a clear intention here, you turn your electromagnetic field into a magnet for the outcomes you desire. Maintain this state until you feel your heart and brain locking into the same rhythmic frequency. By anchoring your intention into this heart torus, you transition from a passive battery for the system into a conscious architect of your reality. Observe the stillness you have created. The persistent survival anxiety has stopped, replaced by a state of physiological clarity. Practice this 3-phase protocol daily, preferably at dawn or before sleep, to ensure your energy remains under your conscious direction. Consistent stimulation of this divine pathway completely severs the tethers of fear used to keep your consciousness reactive. You have moved beyond the programmed state of an exhausted biological computer. By mastering these internal frequencies, you have become a conscious architect of your physical reality, capable of projecting coherent intention into the world around you. To anchor this intention, type "I am activated" below. Share this transmission to help others reclaim power, and subscribe to Forbidden Protocol. Your reactivation has begun.